I'm Richard Cooper. This is Entrepreneurs in Cars. Let's go for a rip. Hey guys, what is up? I'm going to be here today with Peter Ferrante, and he has a couple of really cool cars that I'm super excited to drive. He's got a Roush Mustang with a supercharger and a 1968 Dodge Charger. I've decided to roll with this one today simply because I have a really soft spot in my heart for old muscle cars. I remember when I was a kid, I used to love the 1970s Mustangs. So this is the General Lee style body Dodge Charger. This is not a garage queen. You can drive this thing, and it's a daily driver practically for Pete these days. It's got over 500 horsepower in the motor. Everything's been modified and updated on the car. The only thing that's really stock is the bodywork. Disc brakes all the way around, bigger wheels and tires, suspension's done, interior done. Got a 5-speed transmission. I'm really excited to drive this. Pete tells me it has to be a dry day for us to roll in this thing, so let's see what it does.
Red means go.
Okay, so what's up guys? We're in Pete's Charger. I've strapped in my harness and we're gonna fire this bad boy up. It's pretty loud. I heard him pull it out of the garage. It's got a lovely pistol grip shifter here, and see what it sounds like, man.
Sound of music, baby.
All right, Pete, so this car is not your garage queen. You had a 68 or 69 garage queen before?
69 Charger.
69 garage queen that you were afraid to drive, stone chips and all that stuff would freak you out. You moved from that car to this car, which is more of a daily driver, chip foo style sort of hot rod. Talk to me about the transition and what this car has in it and why it's so quick.
Okay, so the this 68 is out of, I think it was Kentucky. Basically, the only thing left original on this car is the body. Shoehorned in a 440. It was originally a 318 car. Shoehorned in a 440, bored 30 over, voodoo cam, 10.5 to 1 compression, roller rockers, aluminum heads, whole 9 yards. This thing turns about 525 or 545, I can't remember exactly, horsepower with 475 foot-pounds of torque. So you can pull stumps with this thing.
All right. And you know what? You know, when I was a teenager, my friend had a 1970 Mustang with a 4-speed Hirsch. I like this a lot better than that car. Like, it feels it feels
tight.
It's been updated. Like, you could drive this every day. The transmission's amazing. The clutch, I could live with this thing. It's great. I think we got the fuzz behind us, so let's give us a second here before
will attract some attention. So you can't really sneak around anywhere in them.
Yeah.
Nobody behind you, those cops are gone.
Good. All right, guys, so it's the first time we're going to open up this 500 horsepower plus muscle car. It's chucked in third gear. Yeah! Woo!
Don't you get that gas smell, the oil burning, and there's something about old muscle car.
It smells like the 60s, just like that.
Exactly.
It smells like...
You know what, I come back and my wife knows obviously when I've been out in the car, and she's like, she goes, you smell like oil and gas. I said, that smells like a man, baby.
Yeah.
Once you come up to that hill, you'd want to back it off.
There we go. Oh man, you made my day. You made my day.
Isn't that great? Now you add the smell of burnt rubber to the oil and gas, and it doesn't get any better.
You can smell it. You can smell it.
Fun.
Did you spend a lot of time building it, or did you just give it to somebody and they kind of did it?
Again, just because of the style, I knew going in, it was kind of liberating that I knew I wanted a driver.
Yeah.
I said, you know, I want to get kind of a 10-footer, 20-footer, and I'm happy with that.
And you know what? You know, speaking of drivers, you can probably see it because of the wide angle. My boy Pete's got his daughter's booster seat back there, so you know
she loves it.
Yeah, this is a car
my son in there as well.
In.
They get strapped into the back, and they ask to go out in this thing, right?
Yeah.
People give them looks. Every once in a while, I hit the horn, and they get a kick out of it. So
right, so Pete, you know, your business is in hazmat. I know you're in the construction space. You've been at this for a bit. Give me the elevator pitch on what your business is and how you got into it.
All right, so we are probably one of the kind of best value environmental contractors in the game. Any hazmat, any hazardous materials that need to be taken out, whether it's soils in the ground, mold, asbestos, lead, infection control in hospitals, we're the guys with the moon suits and the respirators that do the actual hands-on removal. We don't do the consulting, but we actually do the hands-on removal of the hazmat.
Business. You're an entrepreneur. Not every day is a great day.
Yeah.
But tell me about some of the big like aha moments that you had as an entrepreneur, like as you were growing this business and building it.
Wow. So again, we kind of had to make a very conscious decision. There's a lot of people, and I'm going to say unqualified. I'm sure every industry has their fly-by-nights that are jumping into the game. We made a conscious decision that we're going to let the bottom end of the industry go.
Okay.
And we're going after the people that want to get it done right, kind of more blue chip clients, consultants, engineers, architects, banks.
So you got very hyper-focused on the people you wanted to service.
Very much so, yeah.
Got it. Okay.
I can't and I won't compete with the bottom dwellers, and there's always going to be a space for them.
Right.
And I think that goes cross industry, right? I mean,
I love that. You know, there's a lot of successful entrepreneurs that tell that story where they, you know, they're very selective. They get laser focused on their niche, and they service that niche only, and they're the best at it.
Now we're moving into some really cool space. We're doing robotic HVAC decontamination,
wow.
Infection control.
Remote controlled robotic stuff?
Yeah, really neat. So we've got a couple of robotic technicians on board and a bunch of HVAC guys. And so we're going in and robotically dealing with sick building syndrome by sending literally robots into a duct, clean the duct in place, and then as we back the duct, as we back the robot out, we can actually spray an antimicrobial sealant into the ductwork, and it seals it on its way out. It's very cool stuff.
How long have you been in business now?
This is our 11th year. So started in 03, on my own in 03, and haven't looked back since.
You're a one-man shop. You did it for the first.
Yeah, it was me and a desk in my basement, and you know, we grew pretty quickly. I was very fortunate. We hit the Profit 100 list twice.
Awesome.
You know, over that time, and really haven't looked back. Well, you know what? It's absolutely true. The you know, trying to get to that first $1 million mark is double tough. So I just said fuck it and went for the second million, and that made it a lot easier.
Excellent.
No, you know what? It was just not listening to a lot of the naysayers. It was just, I think it was, you know, how do I put it? Kind of, you don't know what you don't know, and I think that played well for me. I wasn't from the industry originally. I was from the general contracting side.
Right.
So I didn't realize the limitations and who you should talk to and who you shouldn't.
Was there any one thing that projected your business just over the top that really made that, you know, that big difference? You're like, wow, now we're doing the right thing. Now I've got a proper business, you know, that I can build on.
Yeah, you know, again, just because of the nature of the business that I am in. Sorry. You know, construction is never been big on the marketing, and has never been big on customer service. I don't think that surprises anybody.
Yeah.
So I mean, and that's exactly what we focused on. The customer service end, we actually communicated with the clients. We have pre-construction meetings, especially with what we do, because people are scared. They're nervous when they're dealing with hazmat.
Yeah.
So there was, you know, trying to be the calm amidst the crisis, talking to them, saying this is how this is going to go. You've got nothing to be worried about. How often do you want to hear from me? Actually went over very well, as opposed to assuming that they want to hear from me once a day or every other day or every hour. Just tell me what you need.
So just taking a totally different approach from what the industry
Very
is doing.
different approach.
Very
and
good.
we've stuck with it, and that's what kind of separates us from the crowds.
What advice would you give an aspiring entrepreneur?
Well, easy. I can give you 10 seconds. Don't be afraid to fail. Biggest piece of advice I got from one of my mentors going out. Same scenario. I said, what is the one piece of advice that you would give me as a successful entrepreneur? I'm a guy going out to start my own business. And he said, don't be afraid to fail. And he said, you're not going to get that now. He goes, but in 15 years, 10 years, 5 years, when you're successful and you weren't afraid to take those shots that everybody else was,
yeah,
you'll understand what I mean.
And how many times did you fail?
Oh my God. I could write a book, you know, called The Biggest Loser, and you know, I haven't worked for anybody else since I was 20, I'm going to say 25, 26. I'm 46 now. So
there you have it, folks. You know, aspiring entrepreneurs who want to start up your own business, grow a backbone and don't be afraid to fail, because you will fail. I know that every entrepreneur that I've talked to has always had stories. Actually, they've got more failure stories than they do
100%.
winning stories. And the common theme is they learn something from every failure that turns it into a win. You know, Winston Churchill once said, you know, if you're going through hell, just keep going.
Just keep on
You're going to get out the other side. It's bound to happen as long as you persist. So do it. Just get it done. You know, you've got a business idea, do it. There's no better time than today in today's economy to go start up your own business. Hey guys, what's up? Richard again. We need to do 3 things today to make sure that we can keep producing great content for you. First thing is like our Facebook page, Entrepreneurs in Cars. Number 2, subscribe to the channel on YouTube. And number 3, hey, check out the other videos and share them with your friends and family if you really like the content. Later.